I want to tell you a story. Growing up, I lost a part of my finger, as you can clearly see. That came about with a lot of teasing, a lot of name. It came with a lot of insecurities. I don't really want to go into details how I lost my finger. It was a very emotional part of me I've not been able to overcome. However, all I want you to know is that I lost a finger and it gave me a lot of insecurities. But then I was able to overcome it with the help of my dad after I was willing to open up and tell him about it. So in this video, I'm going to teach you 5 ways you'll be able to help your child to come out of insecurities. And if you are watching this video and have a problem with a part of you feel like is making you an incapable person, this video is going to help you. All you have to do is stay to the very end. Let's move straight into the video. Hi there, my name is Gabriel Oppong-Mensah. I'm a Christian content creator mainly focusing on parenting and how to uplift family values. If today is the first time you are seeing this channel, all you have to do is like, comment, and share. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button because that's the only way you see most and almost all my videos. So as I said, let's move straight into the video. Point number 1, tell your children the truth. I realize that most parents like to be nice and not to be honest. Now, to be nice means that you are giving your child a temporal good thing that is not going to help him to overcome his fear or his inabilities. What you have to do is to tell him the truth, because the truth is a foundation that helps each of us to be able to overcome our fears. And most of the time, I tend to see that when you are being nice to somebody, you're actually being wicked, because you are painting a picture in the person's mind that the world is full of roses and that all things are nice and cool. But that's not true, because the truth is there are sometimes going to be bad people, there are sometimes going to be hard times, and your child must understand what they are going through. So for instance, my dad told me that it was true that like when my finger went off, a lot of people don't have that, and therefore some people kind of feel like it's funny, and some people will call me a half human or not a full person because I don't have all my fingers. Now this understanding was able to make me identify what the actual problem was and how to even overcome that fear. Point number 2, help your children to identify their real self. Most of us don't know who we really are, and we base who we are based on other people. You see, insecurity is rooted in comparison. A lot of people tend to compare themselves one to another, and that's the reason why they have a lot of insecurities. Now, what you're supposed to do is to help your children identify who they are by whom they are. And what I mean is that by God's definition of who they are. The Bible says that we are created in the image and the likeness of God, meaning that the way God sees us is who we really are and not the way man sees us. Another person cannot tell you who you are based on your appearance or what you say. Who you are is based on what God says. And if your parents are able to help you to identify this point in your life, you'll be able to overcome every fear. Number 3, learn to listen and not fix. This is one of the most difficult skills that every parent must learn, especially people in leadership, as parents is one of the biggest office and most important office for people who want to enter into leadership, because sometimes we don't need fixing. All what we need you to do is to listen, because communication, one of the integral parts of communication is to be able to articulate the feelings behind the words that the person is saying. Most of our parents just quickly want to give a solution instead of strongly understanding the depth from which the communication or the words are coming from. One of the things I always advise people to do is listen so much that you can understand how the person feels. That will be able to help you to be able to give them answers that will mean more than just words to them. Number 4, encourage your children to do hard things. Now, there's this wonderful principle of life, and the principle is quite easy. If you do easy things, you meet hard consequences. If you do hard things, you get easy consequences. Those who study hard in school get softer life, and those who mess up in school get a harder life. There's always the opportunity for you to pick what you want to do, and if you don't encourage your children to learn to pick the hard things and you tell them to pick easy and soft things, you're going to be meeting a lot of difficulties in life. Now, insecurities are one of the things that you cannot overcome overnight. So if you don't teach your children to choose the hard things, that is holding the bull by its horn and turning it over, they're constantly going to be run over by people who tease them and give them names and call them all those kind of things. Point number 5, speak life always. Now, one of the things I tend to see is that whenever we get angry or whenever we feel like there's an opportunity to speak death, when I say death, I mean to say something that's hurtful or painful, we don't normally try to regurgitate and think about what we are going to say. Most people just pour out words from their mouths because they are angry, and then they tend to come and apologize. But these words never go away. Never in any way use the insecurity of your children as an insult or as a pain point to get them to do something, because they'll never be able to recover from those words. Now, sometimes you see that parents get so frustrated that they literally tell their children the thing that hurts them the most as a point to get back to them. If you do that, your child will never be able to recover, because the people outside say the same thing about him, and now the people inside say the same thing about him, and they will begin to feel like that is fact and that is their life. And sometimes that breaks them more than even the outsiders. So learn to speak more life in the life of your children than to make them feel hurt. This is the power tip I'll give to anybody out there. You don't need to be perfect in life. All you need is to be able to understand who you are from whom you are. Once you are able to grasp the perception of how God sees you, your life will be easy and insecurities will be far away from you. Now listen to me, if you're a parent out there who finds it difficult to have uncomfortable conversations with your children. The uncomfortable things are what brings the fruits. The simple things just bring leaves. However that means to you, you can put that in the comment section. Now, to end this video, I want to say that if you found any of these points that resonated with you and you want to add more, you want to throw more lights on them, just put that in the comment section and let's have a nice discussion in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. My name continues to be Gabriel Oppong-Mensah, and it's bye for now. See you in my next video.